Yes, sir. Welcome everybody back to another episode of The Discussion with C&E. And I am CJ Dove.
And I'm your boy E. Dell.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you know we set this thing off right, man. You know, every episode.
I think I'm getting used to that.
Boosie get me right.
I'm there.
So,
this tune, I'm gonna take you there. Do you
why
want
Boosie taking me there?
I wonder how other people feel about how you present this show, man. How you start it off, man. I love it though, man. It's grown on me, man.
Before I go any further, I like to come out my sheet so you can see what I'm doing.
Okay. All right, that made me feel good too. Gotta come out my sheets.
You know, while Boosie talking, I light my cigar, get all my things in order.
Mm-hmm.
So we get ready to, talk to the people.
Okay.
You know? I hope everybody has a good day.
It's gonna be alright, baby.
Yes, sir, man. We hope y'all have a blessed drive on the way home, man, to catch this podcast, man. C&E, the discussion, baby.
Brother Dell, would you please lead us?
You know I will.
Show
man.
us the love and give us that
man.
prayer.
That prayer, man. All right, man. Shout out to everybody out there watching us, man. For taking this time out of their day to watch us. If you got something to be thankful for, man. If the man above woke you up today, man. You still got a job, man. You still surviving through the pandemic, man. You out there, man. Show everybody some love, man. Give praise to the man above, man. This is what we do, man, on this show, man. We make sure we give thanks, man, because we're very appreciative. You know, to be sitting right here, man, discussing every conversation with y'all right now, man. So, without further ado, man, CJ.
Boy, I swear you got a gift, man.
I don't know about that, but
you like my man said on when they was doing the prayer on not Step Brothers, but Ricky Bobby and them, Talladega Nights.
Okay.
Remember what he said when he finished the prayer? He said, "You nailed that like a split hog." That's how I be feeling about your prayer, man. Like,
man.
It really makes me feel like giving somebody a hug, man, and loving somebody. And,
Well, it's coming from the heart, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's. I guess that's why you feel it, man. This is not a scripted prayer, by the way.
Yeah, you do that right on, and it be spot on too,
prayer,
brother.
Man. I got to get a man thanks. But yo, how was your week this week, bro?
Hold on, one thing at a time.
Okay.
One thing at a time.
Hold up. Okay.
You know what comes next, right?
Right. Let me get that. You've been doing good.
Because hip hop is, is the foundation of our show.
Mm-hmm.
I got to give you that classic, man. You know what I mean?
Let me hear it today.
And this classic right here, and the only reason I chose this one was because of the conversation that you and I had earlier today.
Oh man,
you brought something to my attention, and you stumped me for the first.
Yeah.
That might be the first time in a minute that you stumped me. It might be the first time you've ever stumped me on a hip hop conversation.
Oh wow!
But you stumped me.
You gonna wait till later tonight then.
And this right here, this classic right here that we're gonna salute today was actually, a lot of people consider this album the greatest hip hop album of all time. Some people may not agree, but real true hip hop purists think this album was the greatest hip hop album of all time. And without
hip hop on the map.
It put a certain genre of hip hop on the map. Political hip hop.
Political hip hop.
Strong.
Oh man, yes sir.
A political.
I know where you're going with this.
Throughout this album. So, without further ado, man, today we're gonna rock out to "It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back" by Public Enemy.
Yes sir, I love that. We do not own the rights to this music, but we playing this for y'all, man. We want y'all to hear this. Yo, you done with this right here? You might have overdone it with this one, because this is. I grew up on this, PE.
Yeah, man, a couple of my favorite all-time songs is on this. And before we go into any conversation, like, I just got to get a little piece of this.
Right.
Yo, when I first heard this record right here.
Hip-hop, man, that's true hip-hop. Now, that right there, that's true hip-hop. That made you believe, that gave you hope right there. Yo, you doing good with this Taking Me Back thing.
Get in that cell, nigga.
I got a letter from the government the other day. I opened it and read it. It said they
Yo, you did that.
They put
I can give you that. You did that.
You should be giving a damn. I said
never. Here's a land that never heard to me.
The sucker had authority.
Cold sweating as I drop
Woo!
myself.
Yo, I used to love this song so much, man.
And listen, this guy can rap, and he hip hop without vulgarities. You know
Chuck
what
is
I'm
GOAT.
saying? Chuck is like that. Now listen.
Chuck is GOAT status too.
Now, over the past couple weeks, when we had those discussions, I've been thinking about some of the things we've been talking about in hip hop. Chuck D, I could place him up there because of the movement. See, he's had a whole movement. This wasn't just hip hop. This was taking hip hop in a direction where it was letting the world know, yo, listen, y'all not gonna hold us back. This is what we doing, man. We doing it.
No doubt.
I love it.
Yeah, so we're gonna toast to. I'm drinking coffee tonight. I can't be inebriated because I gotta go to work. But
I gotta have a day at work tomorrow.
2, it takes the nation of millions to hold us back.
Takes the nation a million. Hey, yo, I'm feeling that joint.
Yeah, this album was amazing.
But how was your week though? This week though?
Yeah, my week was pretty good, man. You know, back to work. You know what I'm saying? Out here grinding.
How's that
Make
feel
some-
being back to work?
Hey, it felt good, man.
That's what's up.
Felt
bro.
good.
That's what's up.
And making some beautiful music.
Yeah.
I can't let the cat out the bag quite yet, but we doing some amazing work, man. Shout out to my man Self. Shout out to Big
Shout out
Bougie.
Self.
Shout out to my
Bougie.
whole 6-man team. Kill Ripkin, Honey De
All
Niro,
day.
Bad C, Spicy. What up?
Yes, sir.
We in the building. It's the 6.
It's the 6, baby. That's what's up, man. So yeah, man, I had a pretty good week, man. My week was pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? A little work here and there, you know. So hopefully everything picked back up by the first of the year, and you know we can get this COVID behind us, bro.
Facts.
But what you got for the people tonight, man? Because we sitting here, we chatting it up, and the viewers want a show. So what do we have for the viewers tonight?
I made a post after seeing a lot of backlash that Brother Meek Mill was receiving.
Okay.
They really went in on him with that, giving them kids that $20.
Yeah.
And I expressed my opinion on it, and I got backlash myself from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some
I
people
think I
didn't.
read your post.
Some people didn't like what I have to say, man. But it's a very. I think that video, what it does is it leaves it up to the viewer to kind of paint your own narrative of what you think is going on. Once you saw the video, I mean, how did you feel about it?
I got mixed emotions, for real. But I will say this: if it was me, I've made it that far. I've lived the same struggle that these kids lived. Now, mind you, these kids run around selling waters. These kids not on the street just really just, you know what I'm saying? So these kids really trying to make a jug off of water. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, in that situation, had I been at that level that Meek is right now, I probably would have blessed the kids. I probably would have stepped out the car to hug the kids and, you know what I mean, kick it with them for a minute. But I probably would have blessed them. But that's just me. Now, on the other hand, I still feel like, what's Meek's is Meek's. He don't have to give, his money away. You know what I'm saying? That's him. That's his personal, you know what I mean? That's up to him, his discretion. But I'm just saying, me personally, man, I would have blessed the kids, man, because that's what I would have did. That's what I do, man. I love, you know what I'm saying? I feel good about blessing people, man. I feel good about being good to folks, you know what I'm saying? So I would have done that.
Yeah, me too. And I agree with that actual sentiment that you just threw out there. But I think a lot of people were misinformed about the situation. Like I said, the video leaves it up to each person to kind of paint their own narrative of what they think is going on.
Right.
What people don't know is since I want to say June or July, that has actually been a problem in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Where people were actually getting robbed, beat up, and shot at.
Okay.
And I don't think that a lot of people are aware of that before they, once they looked at that video, they didn't really do the knowledge on what was going on.
Right.
And so when I voiced my opinion about it, that's the aspect that the lens that I was looking through. Like, okay, if you watch the video, these kids are very aggressive.
I don't know about that, man.
You don't think they were aggressive?
Well, you know, these kids.
I mean, you stopping at a stoplight. You in a city that's not your own. Let's just say you a Kingston guy. You probably would feel
kids.
Yo, them kids is 13, 14.
I grew up like that.
But listen, some of these children have even been like the dude who shot at somebody. In that particular situation, the lady refused to buy water. Somebody threw a water bottle at her car because she didn't want to buy their water.
Well, that's wrong right there. I see them throwing.
So she goes back and gets her brother or cousin or somebody, and they come back out there, and they having a shootout on the freeway.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible.
So that has already been a major problem in Atlanta that they are trying to clean up.
Okay.
I mean, you understand why
I agree. I understand where you're coming from. Because we got to hold our people accountable.
And it's several, and this is not anything I'm making up. You can go do your own homework. There's several videos on social media, on YouTube or whatever, with different people that have been assaulted by the water boys.
Yeah. See, I don't know any of that.
If you put all of that in context, the kids was like mad aggressive. They weren't well mannered. They was like, you know, hood boys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they look hungry. They look like if they had the opportunity to get you, they'd get you.
Well, I understand. I hear what you're saying, but me personally, I think that, like you say, I'm from the Ville. I'm from the Cape.
Right.
I feel safe in the hood.
But that's your hood.
But I'm just saying, even if I go to a hood and I pull up at the light and the kids run to the car, boom, rush the car, I'm gonna be with my set anyway. So you know, it really ain't much gonna go down.
Which he was with his set.
But what I'm saying, I would have stepped out the car, I would have blessed the kids. You see what I'm saying? I don't think that listen, I hear what you're saying, but I don't think that those kids probably did that.
But those weren't. I hear what you're saying.
But they are kids.
But they not babies, bro.
I'm not saying that they're babies.
And you talking to somebody who worked with juveniles. Like, I work with juvies.
Right.
So, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yo, sometimes dealing with them is like dealing with grown men.
But I understand you on that because, listen, you got to think that these kids, when they see this car and they see Meek, what they're seeing is themselves back then. You know, what they see is some of them in Meek. You see what I'm saying? They identify with where he came from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that plays a part in it as well. So I think that you're right. We have to be mindful that, you know, if these incidents are true, what you're saying, I haven't looked them up, so I can't validate them. But what I'm saying is this: if some of those things are true, that those water boys rob people, got to shoot out somehow, yeah, that's terrible. It's wrong, and I can understand from that.
And I think it messes it up for the kids because it's probably a mix of children. There are probably some out there who really trying to do the right thing and do have manners. You know what I mean? But then you have the ones out there who looking for a come up, and just judging by the video, the window was halfway down. To me, he never looked comfortable in that position. And then on top of that, he did give them $20. Like, what is he supposed to do? Throw a bag of money out the window? Like, who pays $20 for a bottle of water? And the water looked hot. You know what I'm saying? And the water didn't even look like, you know, it looked like they found it. Like, we just found a bag of water and we gonna sell it.
I came with you, bro. I came with you.
I'm just saying, bro.
I came with you, bro. But listen, I'm not saying that I don't understand your argument. It's a very compelling argument. Plus, you did throw in some facts in there to validate what you're saying. I don't have any facts to validate what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I would do in that position. You know what I'm saying? So, in that position, I would have rocked with the kids. I would have got out the car, man.
I did write down a few notes, so if anybody want to go check into it.
Okay, but read what you got on your notepad.
I'm just saying, Felicia Moore was one of the chicks that was assaulted. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At that, like, so just go do, if you type in the Water Boys of Atlanta, you'll find all kinds of information about that, you know, about what's going on down there in Atlanta with their situation with that water. The parenting, and from my understanding, and somebody, if anybody near Google right now, check me on it. But the last time I remember, I think Atlanta had a single parent rate at like 70% of the kids down there live in single parent homes.
But think how catastrophic that is, though. See, this is what I'm saying. See, these are parts of my arguments, right? Because listen, but I could go on forever. And
but that's still no excuse.
But I'm not saying that's an excuse.
Still no excuse.
Listen, I agree with you. That's not an excuse, but I'm not saying that I don't understand what they're going through, how they're feeling, the emotions these kids has in a single parent home. Because you got to think, listen, you grew up in a single parent home as well, but your dad was around a lot. My dad was around too. But what I'm saying
But you had manners though.
No, I didn't growing up.
You had manners.
I didn't growing up.
And you never disrespected my mother.
Because I didn't.
You disrespected
other people's mothers.
But they were kind of like after you though. They made the line
that like they don't like me.
Exactly. But the parents that you like, you always show the ultimate respect.
I did because I felt like that I was juked at and bullied when I was younger. You see what I'm saying? But my mom worked 2 jobs and went to school. So you know my oldest brother, my uncle raised me. So I identified with some of these things and with the emotions that these kids have. You know what I'm saying? But it's hope out there for them. They got to know it's hope, and you do have the choice. It's options, man.
Let's see what's going on in the comments, there, brother. Want to shout out a couple of people. Shout out to LB. Shout out to our #1 supporter, Sheikah Dale.
I love you, baby.
Shout out to Don P. Pierre. You know, that's Bill family right there.
Yo, Pierre, what up, bro? Holla at me, man, sometime, man. It's your boy, man, 9G, man.
Shout out to my brother Mindset Beckton. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let's see what they saying in the comments. Sheikah Dale says, living up north, people hustle and sell water on corners. That is absolutely true, Sheikah. But, you know, there is a certain way, grown or children,
right,
that you have to go about doing that.
Well, some people not raised in places where they have that. You know what I'm saying? Where they can be taught something. Because, you know, some behaviors are taught, can be taught and learned. You know, behaviors are not hereditary.
Facts.
So behaviors have to be taught and learned from as a kid. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're in a single parent home, the father figure is not. You know, we talking about the disenfranchised for one, man. I mean, we talking about the people.
I get that, brother. But this is my thing about, and why I'm not really empathetic towards it is because I was always taught that appreciate whatever somebody gives you. Because they don't have to give you anything.
I agree with that.
Big or small. If somebody gives you $1, they're giving you $1 they didn't have to give you. So I was raised with that at an early age. So when I saw them children, first of all, they mad aggressive, they bum rush the car while this man is at a light, he give them $20 and they looking at him like, yo. Matter of fact, they were even cussing. Like some of them was even using profane language.
Hold up, Doug. Now let me ask you this though. Let me pose this question to you. If let's just say if KRS-One or whatever pulled up in the Ville and we was 19 years old selling waters, or we was out there on Bright Street or wherever we were, where we lived, we was out there selling waters. When those cars pulled up, you knew who it was, what level they was on. Right. How would you act if you felt that you rolled up and they gave you $20? It's 15 of us. We out here selling waters, doing whatever we got to do, and imagine that they passing you a $20 bill and say y'all split it for water, like they passing off like yo. You know what I mean? You wrote them on the stop, show us some love.
But I'm different in that.
How would you act though?
I'm about to tell you. I'm different in that regard. I'm like that even now. Like, first of all, I'm not the one to be running up on nobody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I see somebody with nice things, I see people like, yo, look at that. Ooh, that's good. You know what I mean? I've never been that guy. I always kind of be looking like, how can I get me one?
Yeah, but we talking about kids though.
Even as a 12-year-old kid, I didn't have the balls to run up on people.
But see, when I was that age, if I ran up on the car, you already know what I was doing. Okay. I wasn't selling waters though.
That's where we differ. Like,
but I'm just saying,
you know what I mean?
In that position, in that situation, I don't know. I would have to step out the car and show the kids some love. If they the bum rush from them folks would have got them up off me, boom, boom. I might would have tagged one of the little jokers.
But I really don't believe. I'm taking you at your word. But I really don't believe you would do that anywhere and everywhere you go in America.
Absolutely not.
I think if Meek Mill was home in Philly, where he's from, I think he would have responded different.
Right. Okay. I get you on that, though. I do get you on that, and it's not his hood. He rolling through the A. I can't argue with that. I can't argue with some of those points and those facts that you're putting out there. I can't dispute those. However, I can't say just me from a personal standpoint, because I like to connect with people like that. You know what I'm saying? People that generally just grew up like that, they just feel like they don't have no hope, nowhere else to go. Because I want to let them know they got options, man. I mean, you got options. You can do
And
better.
I'm all for that. I'm for that with adults. It ain't nothing for me to give, you know, be at a light and see somebody panhandling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I gave $20 to, yo, and this is going to be hilarious, but it's a true story. On New Bern Avenue, I saw 3 midgets panhandling. And they was holding a sign and it said, little people need love too. No, not little. Little people fall on hard times too.
Okay.
I gave him $20 because I felt like it was entertaining. It made me chuckle. Maybe I was wrong for chuckling, but to see 3 dwarfs with a sign that say "Little people fall on hard times," like it just, I was like, you know what, I gotta give
Listen,
it something.
you know what? I always give people something. When I got it, when I have it to give, if I'm going through that, but it's a difficult time and struggle, but. Sometimes I think that some of that is just all a pour itself too, man. I mean, look, I can't give everybody something on every corner, stop at every corner, man. I got cussed out on the way home from work, stopping at the light, coming off the exit, coming up, you know what I mean? Coming up Wake Forest Road.
Right.
You know, by a guy, because, you know, I just didn't have it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes you don't have it.
So,
and you know, when I don't have it to give, I don't. But when I do have it to give, I give. But with all of that being said,
right.
Historically, let's keep it a beam.
Okay.
Meek Mill is an asshole.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I don't know personally.
Like if you follow Meek Mill, you know he do a lot of.
Like what did he do? Give me an example of what he did.
He always doing something corny. Like, you know what I mean? That's you know, I can't pull up everything that, you know, all that. He challenged a homeless man. He gave a homeless man $20 for doing push-ups or something crazy. Like he does.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. And
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes him look even worse. But it also puts things in perspective for me. Like, okay, this dude is a jerk anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Why do we expect certain people to behave in a certain way? Like, okay, just because they're a celebrity, I'm not holding them to God status. Like once you show me who you are,
I agree with you.
He's an asshole.
Listen,
man.
I agree with you, but if you say that you have turned activist, that's something different.
I don't think he ever turned activist.
I don't know, because
I think he did.
Listen, I think he had.
He did work. Does his music reflect that?
Listen,
absolutely not.
No, it doesn't. But listen, that's how he got back in the game and started back making himself known because of that jail thing when he got out for the probation violation.
He did a lot for prison.
And he became what they say.
He partnered with Jay-Z.
Yeah, but they say he became the face of that. Well, listen,
but did he? People put him in that place.
Yeah,
he didn't put himself in there. He was still asshole me. You know what I mean? Prison humbled him a little bit, but he was still a jerk.
I mean, we talking about a motorcycle ride, though. You violate me for a motorcycle ride, me popping a wheelie. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, really, see, that's what I'm saying. Hip-hop and politics and the black community and politics is different. It's not the same as everyone else in the other communities.
And that don't have nothing, you know.
And that don't, yeah, I understand that, but
His
Meek
character.
Mill, I think Meek Mill, I don't know nothing about his character. Let me just say that. I don't follow Meek Mill. I listen to his music. I like his music. You know what I mean? I'm going to go as far as saying that. But I just think well, you know, like you say, he in another neighborhood. He's not in his neighborhood. And I don't know, man. Me personally, I had to step out the car. I got to see the folks, man. I got to see the kids, man.
Well, that was a very interesting topic.
Yeah.
And this is the first episode. We decided to cut back on the time. So from now on, we're going to be broadcasting from 6 to 6:30 every Thursday and every Saturday. You guys check us out. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. We'll post the link in the description. And we'd like to say thank you to everybody who took the time to rock with us. Salute, matter of fact, salute to Savion Saddam and Sean Trapp.
Right.
They did something for Kingston for the 252 last night that uplifted the city, and we have to give them
That was
give them respect for that. You know what I mean?
Right. Let me say something too before we end. I mean, while we gonna talk about anything else, but I do want to mention this first.
Okay.
If we do, I do want to say that was a defining moment for Kingston. For me personally, to see. Hey, shout out to Bankman Jones for putting it together too. Because look, man, when you're doing things positive in the neighborhood and you do things like that uplifts the community and it's for the culture. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean just for black culture, black communities. I'm talking about hip hop culture. Because everybody's in hip hop. It's so diverse.
Right.
And it was dope to see, man. I was proud. Like I said, I'm always happy to be say I'm from the K, man. You know what I mean? We present stars, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Saddam. Shout out to Sean Trapp. Shout out to all y'all, man. Look, keep it up, man. Keep the good work. Stay positive out there, man. I appreciate the love, man. I love it, man. Keep doing it.
And we're gonna take them out, man. Like I just got an urge because we on this, political hip hop. We gonna go out, Night of Living Bass Heads, man. Remember that video?
It's been a long time.
That's the dopest
It's been a long
video
time since I seen that video, bro.
Here it is.